So hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today in this video we are going to be looking at how we can install macOS on our Windows operating system. So this works for both Windows 10 and 11. So if you're using Windows 10 or 11 and want to experience the macOS, then all you can do is watch this video till the end and you will have a macOS running on your device within a virtual machine. So that's going to be absolutely safe for you guys to run that. So I'll have given a few links in the description. The first one is for installing the Macos Big Sur ISO. So you just go here, paste the link, and you'll be given a download prompt. So download it wherever you feel like to download it, and it's Macos Big Sur 11.0.1. So it's the ISO file. I've already downloaded this, so I'm not doing that again. So go to this page. You will be taken to a Broadcom page for downloading VMware, because that's the software we are going to be using in order to run the VM. So that's very important, because that's like the way with which we run it. So if you already have a Broadcom account, you just log in through here, and I believe that 99% of you watching the video don't have one. So just click on this login button, click on register, then you will take into the other page where you can register your account, and then again, once you again go to this link, you will be given a download option through which you can download VMware. So this is also done, and now you need a VMware unlocker so that you can run macOS on VMware. So you can go to this Google Drive link and download the VMware unlocker.exe. So this is also pretty normal, and after that you need a Darwin ISO. So I'll tell you what the use of this is later on, and it's like a few megabytes, so you can download it right from here. So this is like a simple thing to do, and after you have done every single thing, what you have to do is you can go to the search bar after you have installed VMware, right? The only app you need to install is VMware. So for me, VMware is on the downloads folder. So over here you just install the VMware, and then after that you just run the unlocker.exe that you just downloaded, and then click on unlock, and that will unlock your VMware. So after you do that, type in VMware or VM Player. So for me, VM Player works, so I'm typing it, and you get a VM Player. So this is something like this. I already have one virtual machine right here, so just ignore that. You would not have anything over there if you're using it for the first time. And now from here you click on create a new virtual machine. So once you click on that, choose to install the operating system later on, because like this is what is important, right? You will choose to install the operating system later on, because that would be like, you know, a crucial step. So we are going to be installing the Apple macOS 11, which is Macos Big Sur. Go next, and the virtual machine name, let me write it Big Sur. So it's creating the virtual machine inside of this folder, as you can see, but I'm going to be changing the folder so it goes to some other folder under documents. Where do I have macOS? Here we have that. So inside of macOS we will be creating the Big Sur next. And now this is like how many GB you want to allocate to this virtual machine. So I would recommend you guys like using at least 100 gigs if you want a pretty decent experience, but 80 gigs is like, I'm just showing this for installation purpose, and I'm not going to be using it for like my daily driver, because I already use Windows. So this is just for showing purposes, so I'm just leaving it to 80, but you guys don't do that, and select the split virtual disk into multiple files, so it makes, you know, the process of moving virtual machines from one device to another very easy. And go next. And now if you want to see how many gigs you have free, then you just go to this PC, and then you will be shown how many gigs you have. So out of 952 gigs, I have 300 gigs remaining on my PC, so I can use like 80 gigs. But if you have lesser than 100 gigs, then that's not recommended. You just first of all free up space, And now from here you can customize your hardware, right? You can customize your hardware. And how do we do that? Well, you have these things, right? So memory, processors, new CD DVD, network adapter, sound card, everything like that. So the memory is, now you have like a minimum system requirement to run this. So I'd say that if you at least have 8 gigs of RAM, then you can run the virtual machine with Macos Big Sur, but it'll lag. It'll lag in most of the cases. In a few lightweight tasks it won't, but in 90% of the tasks it would lag. If you have like 10 gigs or more, then that would be pretty good experience. So I have like 32 gigs, so I can allocate about 12 gigs of RAM for it right now, and I think it's applied. And here the processors. Now this is the number of cores you want to allocate to your macOS virtual machine, so this is also an important task. Now the more number of cores you allocated, the more speed it's going to be giving you, so that's also to be taken in consideration. And now in order to know how much of cores you have, you just go to Task Manager and go to Performance and then go to CPU. So over here what you will see is like the number of cores over here, right at the bottom right. I have 24 cores, so I can like give it about 8 to 10 cores, maybe 8 cores, because like I have the capacity to give it. I would still have like 16 cores, but if you have like 8 cores or 4 cores, then just give it 2 cores at max. And if you have like 8 cores, then you can maybe at max give it like 4 cores, and the other 16 cores that I have will be used for Windows. So that's a simple thing. And okay, leave this as it is. Network adapter, just connect directly to the physical network. Replicate, use share to host, connect only a private network. Custom, I think I can choose this. Replicate physical network connection state. So I have chosen this, but I think this would work. And USB controller, sound card, display, and accelerate 3D graphics is not supported in guest operating system. Use settings. Okay, leave this, and then you're done. Now click on close, and look at this. So you will be seeing whatever you have set up, and then click on finish. Now that you have finished it, it's doing pretty good. And after that, you have to go to documents, and then the folder where you have the virtual machine, and look for this file, Big Sur, the configuration file, and click on edit in Notepad. And after this, you'll have to paste a few lines of code, and I don't have the code right now, so maybe I can ask ChatGPT to do that for me. Maybe Copilot can do that too, so I'll ask Copilot to do that. What are the 4 or a few more lines of commands that need to be added to this file to make sure that this VM is recognized as a MacBook 14 or something. So let's see. To make your VMware like that, model symbols reflection. Okay, copy this. So just paste it up there. Right? So after you do this, now you're pretty much done. So this is the Big Sur. We have an edit virtual machine settings, and then click on like this thing, use an ISO, image and go to browse, and this is the ISO I had downloaded, 16 gigs. I hope you guys have downloaded it too. So click on open and hit OK, and then after that you can click on play virtual machine. So Big Sur workstation, you're running virtual machine side to side with whatever it is. I'll delete this for now, just hit OK, and to direct input this virtual machine press Ctrl G. So you can see that you have macOS already booting up in your VMware, right? And if you go to task manager, now your RAM usage will go up by a bit after a while. I have 34% being used. It's like 23 megabytes, but after the download has completed. Now this is the first time of macOS booting in your PC or laptop, whatever you're using, so it'll take a while, but after it has booted up successfully, you will have to be installing macOS, right? You'll have to install macOS, which is a pretty simple thing. It's like setting up an iPhone, so it's just a normal way to install it. So it's going up, and now you can see that the cursor has appeared, Mac cursor. So you can press the LCTRL to get out of the virtual machine, get your mouse out of there, and so my macOS is kind of booting up. And I'm right now using a laptop, Windows laptop, so to speed up the process, you can see that I don't have the charger plugged in, right? So if you plug in your charger, then the process will be absolutely quicker. So I have just plugged in my charger, but I don't think it is working because my electricity is not working fine. So that's the reason I'm having to unplug, right? But for you guys, you can plug in your charger, and after you do that, your process will be going a bit faster. And now I see this gray color screen or something like that, and okay, I'm using the battery. You can maximize it, but it'll not have the greater screen size because it has a reason. I will be showing that in the other video. And now you can see that the setup has appeared, and right now the mouse cursor kind of feels laggy, right? So it kind of feels laggy, and for that, let's copy the code of my internet is not there, so I'll be doing that later on. So you go to English and go to next, and so the next thing is you choose to go to next and examining the volume. So it is examining whatever you have on the disk, right? So go to disk utility, click on continue. So it's loading disk, and you'll see the 80 gigs of storage that you had set up for it. So this is the macOS ISO, and click on this first internal thing and click on erase. After you click on erase, click on this button that says erase as well. So it's formatting disk and mounting the things. Erase is complete, click done to continue. So this is not erasing your real disk, it's just erasing the file, right? The 80 gigs file, so you can delete it at any time you want. And now you can close this window just like this and install Macos Big Sur, continue, and you click on continue again, and you have to do to continue installing software, you must agree to the terms and conditions, right? You just agree to that, and again say agree, and this is the drive you want to install it on, so click on continue. Now it says about 15 minutes, so after 15 minutes your macOS Big Sur will have completely installed on your Mac OS virtual machine, and you can start using it right away. So I hope this video was kind of informative, and the other processes, like other things related to macOS, I'll be uploading in the upcoming videos. For this video, I'm keeping it this much, and I hope you liked it. So I'll see you in the next one.